Hello, worms. I just went down to the pub because I fancied a glass of wine in their beer garden, and it's a nice place. Don't get me wrong. The people who run it, they know me, they understand me, and they're lovely. But the clientele, well, because it's a pub, anyway, they had these fancy chickens, the silkies, and they used to wander around a little bit of the pub garden, and until they thought that maybe the dogs were gonna infuriate them or whatever, so they put them in a little wide off place. And I like talking to these chickens, these silkies, and the landlord and landlady, they like me talking to these silkies as well. So I just wanted a glass of wine, a pub garden. So I ordered my glass of wine, and you have to do it outside now because of COVID. And then I took it, and when I went to where the chickens were, and I was looking at them through the chicken wire, and I like animals more than people. I'm sorry, I just do. I did talk to a couple of humans who were on a holiday and explained to them what the deal was, social distancing, and you've got to get a waitress, and you've got to tell them what their table was, and they were really, really grateful that we were lovely. And so I got my glass of wine, and I went and sat near the fence where the chickens were, because like I said, they had to fence them off now because of dogs and shit. And I was sitting there with my glass of wine, communing with the chickens, because I like animals. And these are the patrons at the pub. They came in, and they were gonna sit at a table near me, because you have to sit at a table on COVID and reduce your table and stuff like that. And they got their table, and they looked round at me talking to the chickens, and they just left for another table. And I've had all this all my life about people walking away from me, and it really hurt. It's like maybe I should be an activist and say, autistic people We like birds, chickens, we like swings, we like all the things that grown-up adults aren't supposed to like. And they just look at us and they just think we're horrible. And that really hurt. That's one of the reasons I don't go out anymore. Because I do something that's not socially acceptable. And people walk away like they're scared of me, and I'm not scary. You know, I've worked with kids and stuff. Not because I'm a pervert or anything. Just they get on with me and I get on with them and I get on with animals, and it's really horrible that anyone who's not neurotypical just gets pushed away into this label of just being a pervert or weirdo or whatever it is. I just don't understand it. I'm glad I've got cats. At the end of the day, they know I'm a safe person to be with. If human beings don't think I'm a person to be with, well, I don't know what to do about that. Maybe I should be an activist. I don't know. It's a lot of work. But don't move away from people who are different from you. It's not fair. I've had this on my whole life, and I'm a nice person. I don't understand. I just don't understand why people need to move away. And I've looked at human psychology, and yeah, you know, survival of the fittest and all of that. Rejecting the weak and rejecting the different, it doesn't make it right. And I'm scared that one day, when they find a gene that says somebody's going to be autistic, they're just going to abort people. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've had people walking away from me, and it's a me thing. Maybe I shouldn't get triggered by it, but it really hurts. It really does. Yeah, just because I want to make a fuss of chickens, you go up to me and turn your backs on me and go and sit outside. What the fuck am I gonna do? Slit your throat? Drown you in the pond? You know, rape your children? What am I gonna do? I like people. I wouldn't hurt anybody. I've had this so often in my life where I've been different and shunned, and I don't understand why. What am I doing wrong? What is it that's so harmful? I don't get it. And this is why I say things on the internet. So please tell me what I'm doing wrong. Please tell me what I'm doing wrong. And this is why I have such internalised ableism, because I was just thinking, like, nah, okay, I'm doing something wrong. Fine, people are entitled to feel like that. But it hurts. And I wish there was a new neurodiversity rights thing coming. Because it really hurts. We don't get recognised in society. It's like, this is a weird person, we've got to stay away from it. I'm not going to harm you guys. Please. I'd like to say that of all the people in the world, I'm probably the most benign. But because of the thing I put off in society, people think I'm conniving or evil or weird or dangerous or whatever it is. I have had so much of that, and honestly, I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. Which is why I like you guys online, because you know, you can say things and you can anyway, look, I've retreated into the garden. I wish I could go and converse with people, I really do. Even when I go and converse with animals, people think I'm weird. I'm sitting in the garden, there's a fly buzzing around my ears. It's really disturbing. So, there's all these plants and I've got that. Plants and animals. They don't judge you. You can make mistakes. You can put a plant in, it doesn't grow. You learn to do better. But unfortunately with people, they don't learn to do better. They just see something that's different. And they just want to go away. And I've seen it. I just don't know what to do. I'm 50 years old. How are we going to make friends now? I don't know what to do anymore. I'm really so guys. I say guys, I don't want to be, I'm trying to be gender conforming, but guys is the thing I use on YouTube. People, worms, that's what I call you, worms. I just want you to know that I really appreciate you following me, and I just want to say that if you see anyone in public that's behaving in a way that you think is a bit weird, don't be horrible. Let them get on with it. I really don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. There's a lot of times where I don't go to pubs, restaurants, and bars because people are going to look at me weird. But if you're a... Oh no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say if you're a straight white guy. I'm not going to say that. I'm sorry, but I'm not. But if you're neurodiverse and you go to somewhere in public and you do something weird and everyone looks at you and you just think that I'm a criminal and I need to leave this place because something awful happened to me, and nobody ever talks about that. Like, they talk about if black people get racially profiled and that, but neurodivergent people get racially... Sorry, not racially. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, we get profiled as well, and somebody sees somebody like us who's weird, and they ignore us. And believe you me, I've got loads of stories that I've collected over the years where neurodiverse people have been arrested and sometimes like even killed because they think we're being antisocial, and we're not. We're just like, we don't know what is going on. We don't know we're doing anything wrong. We just want to talk to ducks or just whatever and talk to ourselves walking down the street and things like that. And, you know, and it just never ever gets talked about. But now, because I've been treated like with microaggressions in the local pub, nobody's going to say anything about that, are they? Because, you know, I'm neurodiverse, and that's like way, way, way down on the level of, you know, equality and everything else. But it still hurts. You know, you've got black people and gay people and everything else like going out and saying, yeah, I've got microaggressions and that. Nobody ever says anything about people who are neurodiverse or disabled or anything. They might... Why, when you go to the pub or the bar, why are there no disabled people in there? Because they feel unsafe. It's not fair that we have to hide ourselves. You know, there's deaf people who do sign language and that, and other people look at them weirdly, or people with Down syndrome, and they look at them weirdly. And they just go home. They just sit at home on their own. And it's not fair. I've had so much therapy to get me out socialising. It's like they say, don't be worried about this stuff. Go out anyway. And I do. And I see things. And it still hurts. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, well, you know, people say, okay, it's microaggressions, and like, you should just live with it or whatever. It hurts. It really hurts. And nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever talks about disabled people, neurodiverse people, when they go into public space and, people just think they're being antisocial or weird or crazy or whatever it isn't. Just, I'm not doing any harm. Like, I'm in a pub with a pub garden with a fence off it with chickens. And I like chickens. I'm not going to do any harm. And even the people who are running the pub know who I am. And you get people visiting pubs, like, they look at me talking to chickens. And they just look at me and they just go and sit on a separate table. It's like, I just don't know anymore. And it's like, we're supposed to be living in a progressive society. Okay. LGBTQ plus, well, like, can we not think of people who are neurodiverse? Can we not think of people who don't act the same as you? There are so many examples of people like us who get arrested and carted off or whatever it is because we don't fit into societal norms. But the little things, like going somewhere and doing something that's not, not societal norms, like, I want to go and sit on a swing. And then people think, yeah, you're a paedophile because you want to go and sit on a swing in a kid's playground. No, it's not that. It's just that there's no adult swings, and I get very calmed by sitting on a swing. And so, just we are the invisible minority, and there's a hell of a lot of celebrities and YouTubers and that who are using, sorry about that, there's people in my road who like to run motorcycles. Okay, so so basically I just wanted to say that if you see somebody weird, acting weird near you, they're not dangerous, right? I've had DBS checks and all sorts. I can work with children and things like that. But if somebody sees me in a park or a garden or somewhere like that, pub garden or what? Sorry, pub garden, a park, feeding ducks and things like that, and they're going, "Oh, this person's is weird. We're going to have to take care and get away from them," and things like that. Honestly, I like kids because they're fun, but I would never do anything to harm them. The only reason I like kids is because adults are so fucking awful. Honestly, I know some adults who are, they like fun and they don't judge people. And actually, kids judge people as well, let's be honest, they do. But if kids judge people, it's generally because the adults in their society is like, I don't know. It's so complicated. It's so complicated. I just think, look, I'm in a pub garden, I'm talking to ducks or geese or chickens or whatever it is, isn't it? And people look at me and turn around, go and sit on another bench. It's I bring back so many memories of when I was a kid and people used to bully me. Honestly, when I think that society's moved on, and this shit happens, I think I've got a lot of empathy for people of colour and that. When they go to a public space and get rejected or whatever. I know I'm white and I look white and everyone thinks I must be privileged and that, but the fact is you can look white and still be denigrated as much as a person of colour. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. I know that there's certain situations where being white is better than being black. But I went in a social space, they walked away from me because they thought I was dangerous. And quite honestly, if you can't see that's the same as being a person of colour, I think I'm sorry, but I'm really sorry to people of colour. But there are other people who suffer discrimination, and you walk into a public space and just get treated. I'm really sorry, but I am sorry. I'm sorry I'm white. I apologise for being white. I just don't know what to say, apart from discrimination takes lots of forms, okay? There's people with autism who've been threatened being shot and things like that, just because they haven't fitted in with a neurotypical way of life. Some black, some white, whatever it is. We are being othered, and I don't even want to go down the pub anymore. I don't want people to walk away from me because I'm dangerous. Because I wanted to talk to some fucking chickens. If you don't want to talk to people, you're not dangerous.